SMT Nation, welcome on back to the channel. We're going to be talking about AT&T and Dish today, specifically more so focusing on AT&T, how the rest of the year looks, how they're going to be coping with financial situations moving forward. And then for the Dish piece, they've got a new market that has launched. And I'll show you guys what is going on with these items here. All right, so for starters, for those of you that are following AT&T closely, maybe you're an investor, maybe you're just an innocent bystander that keeps up with the carriers. There was an investor conference yesterday, and the AT&T COO, Jeff McElfresh, provided updates at the Bank of America conference, and there's some interesting things there. Now, these things are hard to sit through. I've tried it before. It is absolutely horrible and awful. Therefore, I call it awful. It's the worst. You kind of want to just get the summary, the major takeaways, because the problem is these investors, the shareholders, these institutional investment organizations, they don't ask good questions. And sometimes, the questions are just, it's not really what we want to know or need to know. And then, of course, they throw them softballs. So these COOs and stuff don't really have to answer hard questions. Anyways, highlights from the conference and what Mr. McElfresh was talking about here. The strategic focus being 5G and fiber. Let me rephrase this. It should be fiber and 5G, just to call a spade a spade. AT&T wants to be the number one internet, ISP in the country. That means they're going to place fiber ahead of 5G in its immediate and direct sense. It doesn't mean they're putting 5G on a back burner. It's just that they're going to feed their 5G with their fiber. And fiber to the premise, fiber to business, enterprise remains their primary focus. So if fiber is their 1A, then let's call 5G their 1B. And he says the company continues to see healthy consumer demand, even with the expectation that 2022 postpaid wireless demand will be less than 2021. So I don't think that's shocking. Honestly, the 2021 levels were tremendous. They had incredible promotions. They were a growing company trying to, get up out of all their bad investments. And there was a lot of customers for the taking. There was churning with Sprint. There was a lot of, stimulus dollars that were getting thrown around. There was a lot of the whole ACP, BBB programs or whatever they are. The customers were moving from prepaid to postpaid. Now, a lot of that stuff has slowed. So, but they feel good about their directional trends. It says here that the company this year will be improving their postpaid phone ARPU, average revenue per user, which means they're going to find a way to become a more profitable company. So on a per customer basis, they're looking to be making more dough. So it says it may sequentially edge up in the second quarter. I'm assuming that Q3 should be even more profitable for them as an ARPU. And he said one of the top priorities is improvement in profit trends. It says here that they're going to drive incremental efficiencies throughout AT&T. This means they're going to be cost cutting throughout the company. Expect layoffs, expect job eliminations. Some people may get shifted around, be asked to do more. Others will be laid off and jobs discontinued. They want to improve the EBITDA trends throughout the year. Again, they're trying to improve their profitability. They've got a 3G shutdown that's ongoing, and that's going to cost a little bit of money to do, but it'll save them in the long term. So that'll help out, funding throughout the rest of the year. Looking forward, it says here the fiber build continues with expectations to achieve 30 plus million total customer locations by 2025. So that's their end game, that's their goal, and it looks like that's on pace. He said AT&T is acquiring new customers, seeing strong penetration rates thanks to a straightforward go-to-market approach. And that's true. For the most part, they have national pricing, mostly, and they are able to compete with just about anyone. They offer, 300, 500 meg. They have a gigabit speed tier at a pretty competitive price of $60. Wherever they put it, customers seemingly seem to like it 90 plus percent of the time. In areas where it's not being taken up, maybe it's a Spectrum market or Comcast market. That's very possible. They could probably change things up and take some share if they were a little bit more aggressive with promos, right, and being more transparent in their pricing and stuff like that. So, anyways, it goes on to say some other stuff here. If you want to click on the rest of this, I'll go ahead and I'll link this, but some other stuff, and this is from the Mike Dano article from Light Reading. Uh, it this is kind of like up in the air. This has yet to occur, but a lot of people feel pretty strongly that we are headed to a possible economic recession. In order to have an official recession, right, you need 2 consecutive quarters of reduced GDP. Who knows what happens? We've got Q2 wrapping up, so it very well could become that. To the least, we could say it's a bear market in the open marketplace and stocks and bonds and all of that. But AT&T has been speaking about this for a couple of quarters, and it says here from the CFO, Jeff McElfresh, the COO, excuse me. He says, we're well equipped with a toolkit customer lens to address that for our owners. He's talking about shareholders here. Uh, Basically, to me, what this guy is saying is we're ready to raise pricing if we have to, because they've already done it once or twice, right? It says here we have a formula, and why at management are confident we can drive the operating leverage throughout a recession because wireless is still going to be in high demand. So they feel like we're in a business where, you know, people are not going to leave us. People need this type of service. And then, they'll continue to offer some enticing deals for new customers, help customers save money. They've got fixed cost models, help them be more profitable. And I don't know. To me, this just screams that they're willing to raise prices. See, AT&T could also raise prices again. The CFO recently suggested the operator could do if inflationary trends persist. This is 100% likely. The first thing they did when things got tight, they raised prices. The second thing they did when they realized they needed to become more profitable, they raised prices. That is their number one tool. So, he said that there's a toolkit. It is 100% price raises. The other tool is going to be reducing redundancies, eliminating redundancies within the company. They will become slightly leaner. They will charge a little bit more money for their services, and they will make more money. And they're a huge company with a lot of customers and a lot of ways they can do this. All right. So, anyways, give me your take on, some of the disclosures from the COO and some of those elements, if you agree or disagree with any of them or how you think it's going to play out. Comment down below. Links are in the description for those two things. And lastly, I have just an update for you guys from Project Genesis. This is Dish Wireless, soon to become Boost Infinite. It may be live in your area. This was shared to me by the homie Ascending, and he tagged me on it, and he said, we have Project Genesis in Denver now. Now, I don't know if this was an official market launch before, right? And I asked, and he wasn't sure of it. But if you are in the market in the Denver region, it looks like you can go ahead and sign up for it. You can buy a Samsung Galaxy S22 for $400. You can buy the plan for that phone with that device is going to be $30 a month, or you can order the Netgear Nighthawk. I forget the model number, 5600 or something. I don't know. It's $349, and you can get $20 unlimited hotspot plan. Those are the options. I think they also sell a Motorola flagship for like $900. But I would recommend the S22 only because of the price. But otherwise, you can always buy that phone if you really want to. So there it is. I don't know what other markets are coming. I'm assuming that more are on the way. They've got to get to 70% of the US launched here within the next year. And you're going to be seeing more and more of these announcements as the days go by. Comment down below on this if you plan on getting the service. If you're in the Denver market and you are intrigued by this and you're thinking about nibbling, let me know. Sound off in the comment section below. You all are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Please do like, share, and subscribe for more. Turn on that bell notification icon to never miss an upload. Links in the description for all the articles used in today's video, as well as my Patreon page. Support us there. Get early access to content and exclusive videos not found anywhere else. There's also a link for my Gmail address for all business inquiries, and my Twitter handle is there. Thank you for watching. See you all on the next video. Peace.